the habit of reflection can separate extraordinary people from those that are just mediocre. And so, hi, thanks for joining. I appreciate you watching. I want to talk about self reflection and just quickly what it means to self reflect and the importance of self reflection. Links in the description below. I encourage you to check out these articles. Sometimes I geek out on them and I just learn so much about stuff. I think it's really cool. And so, self reflection. Now, again, this is a learned trait, some would argue inherent among some of us, but just more knowledgeable in that this is literally what separates extraordinary from mediocre, is the idea and or concept of self-reflection. I have always been a big proponent of working as you would like to demonstrate the reflection of your best self in terms of your peers, your colleagues, and your coworkers. I've had the fortune and privilege of working with hundreds, perhaps maybe thousands of people throughout the course of my life, whether it be just colleagues and or coworkers and or my peers and or fellow volunteers and or even my staff, as I've been a business owner for going on a decade now. And so I understand that there comes a time when work culture and the work grind and that work hustle that everyone is sold so very often, and one that I have, again, as aforementioned, been a practitioner of myself in terms of going. I have had the luxury of working such events in this country as Bonnaroo and Coachella and many state fairs, and all these different things have brought me to where I am in life. And that is, I feel as though even regardless of my successes and failures, I've been able to self-reflect, and it has taught me a lot more about what's actually happened in my life than what's actually happened in my life. All right, so follow me. Self-reflection, it provides self-awareness. You can learn from your successes and your failures. You can develop empathy and understanding for others while improving your problem-solving skills. Simply asking yourself a set of questions every week about what worked, what didn't, what can be done, and what can't be done. These are all very important questions when you're trying to get better at something. It could be a relationship, it could be work habits, it could be performance over at work and or in your personal life. Any of these different things can be evaluated, and trust me, self-reflection and self-evaluation is always the toughest concept. It's so much easier to judge other people, and it's so much easier to assess decisions based on the little bits of information we know, and using that information try to formulate the best kinds of solutions for even strangers. And yet most of us lack the ability to really take it in and ask what we could have done better, what went wrong, where did it go wrong, and the next time it happens, what can be done to improve it. And so again, I really think that surprise, failure, and frustration, as all highlighted in the links below in this wonderful article, are the top 3 things that all business executives feel are the keys to self-reflection. So I'll leave you with that. Surprise, failure, and frustration. All emotions that we experience. However, to differentiate yourself from being mediocre and trying to stand out, you definitely need to understand that frustration needs to be something that is utilized for growth. So instead of being frustrated and having no solutions to any answers, I highly recommend you do what Chuck Norris says you do, and that is don't care. And it's not to say that you don't care or it doesn't matter about what's going on in that very moment. It just simply means that if you utilize energy to worry about a situation, one of which, if you just utilize that same kind of energy and apply it to a solution for the problem, or brain shooting issues or solutions for that very problem, then you'd not be worrying and you wouldn't be stressed and to begin with. And so it's better to develop these habits and, most importantly, self-reflect at least once a week.